Hello you beautiful nuggets. So today we're going to do a very popular video which I've seen going around the YouTube world and I thought, why not get involved? It's called Answering Your Assumptions About Me. So on my Instagram I put a little post up, a little story up and asked you guys to put your assumptions about me in a little question box. And I got so many, and I'm not gonna lie, about 90% of them were absolutely bloody lovely. So I just want to say thank you so much for being so genuinely nice and kind to me. Maybe it's because I just had surgery while being extra sweet, but I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Like, I made my day reading through them, so thank you for that. So I have all of these assumptions. I mean, it keeps on going, it keeps on going, it keeps on going. There's lots and lots of assumptions on here for me to read through, so I'm not going to be able to get through all of them. But I'll do my best to answer some juicy ones and some interesting ones, and hopefully it's engaging for you. Excuse me if I'm wiggling around a lot. My wound today is feeling a little bit uncomfortable. I'm going to start off with a juicy one. This is something which I get asked probably every few weeks on my Instagram because depending on my sports bra, my boobs can look quite perky. It's all an illusion, by the way, but somebody has said, I assume that you have a boob job. And fair enough, because sometimes my boobs do look perky, but I don't have a boob job. And actually I've lost quite a bit of weight recently due to my emergency surgery, and my boobs have definitely gone down a cup size. I mean, they don't even fill my usual bra. So yeah, I'm usually like a D, which I guess, like, I'm quite lucky. That's quite, like, I like my boobs. My boobs, I'm not gonna lie, have always been one of my favourite features of my own. I feel like it's quite an arrogant thing to say, but I really like my boobs and I'm proud of that. So yeah, I've always had like D boobs and I feel like probably like a C right now. So yeah, no boob job, I've just got boobs. Yeah. That you were super popular at school. No, I definitely was not popular at school. I was not a cool kid at school. I really wasn't that cool. I didn't fit in that much until like the end of sixth form. So yeah, I definitely was not popular or cool at school. And I really wanted to be popular and I wanted to be cool. And I just wasn't. So yeah, probably the main assumption that was in this box was you came from a middle class background, that your family are rich, or that you went to a private school, etc, etc, etc. You had a very comfortable upbringing. And I find that a really interesting assumption and I'm more than happy to talk about it. I would say that my upbringing was comfortable, but I would definitely say it wasn't lavish. I was brought up in the north of England in a small holding, like a little mini farm sort of thing. And my dad moved to the UK when he was 22 without a penny in his pocket, and he set up his first business that didn't work, then he set up his second business and he built that from scratch all the way up to where it is now, which is a nice, successful business. And he has instilled in me his whole life to have an amazing work ethic, because damn, that man works hard. He worked so hard to build that business. And my mum also came from a very humble background. So those two have built what they have from nothing. And I'm not going to say that they're like ballers, but I'm going to say that they're comfortable, but also they're not flashy at all with their money. They're not like spending money on things here, there and everywhere. They just save what they earn. They don't buy flashy things, and they just spend what money they do earn on things like travel and experiences. My parents aren't very materialistic. My whole life they've never given me materialistic things which I want. I remember being at school and begging to have the trendy skirts that all the girls had, you know, like skirts which were shorts that were very trendy for a while. I remember begging them to give me those skirts and buy me those skirts, and they wouldn't give me them because I had to earn them. I had to work to earn them. So I feel like they've always instilled in me a not very materialistic lifestyle, and a lifestyle more focused on experiences, and a lifestyle more focused on earning what you have. So I feel very grateful for that. And also in terms of education, I did go to a private school for part of my education, so you can definitely say that I was privileged in that sense. All in all, I've had a very privileged upbringing, like I ain't gonna deny that. So I have had a very privileged upbringing, and it feels weird saying that because I don't want you to judge me, but yes, I had a fantastic childhood. My parents raised me very well, and I'm very grateful for that. Okay, that's that one answered. Long answer, sorry. That you've always been slim, that you can eat as much as you want without gaining weight, that you've never had issues with gaining weight. There's been a lot of assumptions about that. I can definitely say that I've never been overweight, but I can also say that I have definitely had periods in my life and I've been very unhealthy. What I would describe myself as in those periods is skinny fat. So I've always been slim because I'm 6'2", like I'm a beanpole of a human. So I am a slim human in general. I've been a little bit more curvaceous at times in my life, but There's also just been periods where I've just been unhealthy. So perhaps I've never been overweight, but there's definitely been times when I've been unhealthy. I mean, when I was younger, I used to eat a whole pack of shortbread biscuits as my snack on the regular. And at university, I lived off deep pan pizzas for like the first year, and takeaway Thai food and chicken nuggets and chips with melted cheese. So there's definitely been periods of my life when I've been unhealthy, but not periods of my life when I've been significantly overweight, I would say. I assume that you've worked hard your entire life. No, I really didn't work hard until my A-levels. I had like not the best time at school, and I just feel like I didn't put my energy into education or academics until I got into my sixth form, and then I channeled all of my energy into it. I can't remember really what triggered it. I think it was my psychology teacher, Dr. McNamee. She said to me, I'm going to predict you a B grade, but I know that in your A-levels, if you worked hard, you can get an A grade. And in that moment, I thought to myself, you know what, I'll work hard and I'll see what happens. And anyway, I ended up getting 100% in my psychology A-level and an A star. So thank you, Dr. McNamee, for telling me that if I worked hard, I could do well, because I did work hard and I did quite well. So yeah, I didn't actually work hard until I got to my A-levels. It was at that point that a switch triggered in me and made me realise that if I work hard and if I studied hard, I get good results. So I might as well just do that. That you're a financially savvy person. Yes and no. I'm not like super knowledgeable on things like taxes and VAT and things like that, so I have an accountant who does all of that because I don't really understand it. But I am really good at saving. I'm really good at not touching my money that much. I don't value material items that much, so I don't find myself spending a lot of money on shopping and things like that. I mainly spend money on food and travel. That's like my two main expenses. So yeah, I'm really good at saving. That's as financially savvy as I am, but I'm not like amazing in terms of like pensions and things like that. So I've actually just hired a financial advisor to do all of that stuff with me because I don't know how to adult. The next assumption is that I never have unhealthy treats, and this was quite a common one. People were saying things like, you never have crisps, you never have chocolate, you never have cake, you never have any of these things. And I definitely say I do have them, but I just don't think I share it online that much, and that's not a purposeful thing, but I don't think I need to share it. I do eat chocolate pretty much every single day. I probably have donuts like once or twice a week. I eat crisps when my boyfriend buys them. If I'm out and about and people want to have cake, I'll definitely have a slice of cake. The thing is, I think in my life, I don't buy those things and bring them into my house. I buy chocolate like all the time, but I don't buy like donuts and cakes and crisps and put them in my house because I don't want that to be my everyday snack. But if I'm out and about, I will definitely have them for sure, like for sure. So I definitely eat them like a few times a week, I'd say. I maybe just don't share that online, and that's not a purposeful choice. I just forget to share it, or I just don't think I need to share it because it's just what I'm eating, I don't know. But yeah, I do eat those things, but just like not on the daily. The next assumption is you judge people who still eat meat. I 100% do not judge anybody who eats meat. Number one, because my friends and my family eat meat, so that would mean that I'm judging every single person that is surrounding me. I don't have that many people in my life who don't eat meat, so it would mean that I'm just judging everybody I know. So yeah, I definitely don't judge people negatively who eat meat. Obviously, I would love for them to eat less meat just to support the planet, but I would never ever judge them for their choices, because also I ate meat until I was 23 years old. So I don't know, I feel like I haven't got the right to judge anybody else. So I've had quite a few about my relationship with Ant. The first one is that you and Ant have a perfect relationship and you don't have fights. Ant and I definitely have arguments. We don't have them very often. Right now, we're literally on cloud 9 because as a result of me having emergency surgery, it has brought us so much closer. We are literally the closest we've ever been. I've never valued and loved him and been more grateful for him than I am right now. He's literally an absolutely incredible human and I'm obsessed with him. So yes, we do love each other very much. We do have an amazing relationship, but we definitely fight and we definitely argue. I'd say we've never shouted at each other in our whole relationship, and we've never got super angry, and we've never raised our voices, and it's been almost 3.5 years that we've been together. But we do have arguments, but we call them more like serious discussions, because as I said, we don't raise our voices. We just sort of have like not very fun conversations about things which we don't agree on. They usually tend to be things like cleaning and cooking and looking after the house, but also we do have more serious conversations which are definitely not that fun to have. But I think that's all part and parcel of having an adult relationship. That you're very intelligent. Now, this is interesting because I don't actually think I'm that intelligent. I'd say like I'm quite sharp, but when it comes to like academia, so when I was at school and studying for exams, when I was at university and doing my assignments and things like that, there was other people on my course or at my school who would get similar marks to me. So I got a first class degree and I got A's and A stars at A level. So I did get good grades, but I felt like I had to put a lot more work in to get those grades. I feel like for other people, sometimes it came a bit easier to them to study and to learn and to do assignments and to do all these different things. And for me, I just found it really hard to learn everything and to smash exams. I felt like I had to literally grind myself into the ground and work so hard to get good marks. So I don't actually think I'm like super intelligent. I think the reason why I did well academically is because I just worked really hard. So that's my personal theory on myself. However, I've never done like an IQ test, so I don't actually know how intelligent I am. But I would just say that I work hard, and that's how I did well academically. I don't think it was actually because I'm like super clever or anything like that. That you don't worry about stretch marks, cellulite or weight gain anymore. I would definitely say that I agree with that. Like, I have stretch marks, I have cellulite, my weight fluctuates, and I don't actually care at all, genuinely. And I think people think I'm lying when I say that, but I really just don't care. This is quite a controversial one, and I'm quite scared to put this in here, but screw it, let's do it. You've only ever had serious relationships and no one-night stands. So Ant and I have been together for 3.5 years, and prior to us getting together, I was single for 3 years, and then before that I had one one-year relationship. So Ant is only my second long-term relationship. And before Ant, I was single, as I said, for 3 years, and in those 3 years, I was not celibate. So, yes, in that period of time, I may or may not have had a one-night stand. Oh, this is quite a common one. Your hair is not naturally that colour. No, this is my natural hair colour. This is my natural hair colour. I've had this hair colour my whole life. I dyed it once when I was probably like 23. So like 3 years ago, I dyed it a bit blonder, but honestly, I haven't dyed it since then. This is my hair colour. It goes really light in the summer, and then in the winter it gets like darker at my roots, but then it always gets lighter when I travel or when I go away or when I'm in the sunshine. So yeah, this is my natural hair colour, and I feel like, again, nobody believes me about that, but it is. You used to feel awkward regarding your height when you were a child or teenager, and you know what? I am so lucky to say this, but I have never ever in my life felt self-conscious about my height. And I know so many women who are tall women feel so insecure about being tall, and honestly I just feel so lucky to say that I've always embraced my height, and also so lucky to say that I've never had serious body confidence issues my whole life. Another assumption that was in here actually was that I had an eating disorder when I was younger, and I've never had an eating disorder. I've never had serious body confidence issues. I did have major confidence issues when I was younger because I did not have a great time at school, and also with a few girls at university. I think that definitely impacted my confidence with friends. So I have insecurities, underlying insecurities surrounding friendship, but I've never really had big insecurities regarding the way that I look, my height, my weight, my body. I've always been pretty confident in my body, and I just feel so grateful for that. So that's going to be it for my assumptions video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I just want to say again, thank you so much for sending your assumptions in. Honestly, 90% of these are just lovely compliments, and they've honestly made my day reading through them, so thank you so much for that. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you want to follow me more closely and want to see how I'm doing with my recovery, then definitely check me out on Instagram, because I'm documenting every single day on my stories. I'd love to see you over there. Alright, have an awesome day. Give this video a cheeky thumbs up, and I'll speak to you guys super soon. Bye!